I'm not really sure if I'm gonna post this or not. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm in a talking. I feel like I should not be speaking on camera right now. I feel like I should be performing at the moment. But, just in case, this came to mind a little bit ago. I had always been like one of the cute couples, like the small town famous couple, the Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber, and it was really parallel the same time period as them. Like all my relationships were like that. They were very intense, very um, Pinterest worthy. I don't know. We'd go on vacations, and they always like bought me clothes, and it was very cute. Um, every single one of them cheated on me. So it got to the point after like the third one, and like the third one, I like almost married. I was almost with them for like close to 4 years. I ended that relationship when I was 20, so it's like we really were like gonna get married and everything. Um, that was like my final straw, and I got very serious about my life, and I was like, oh, I gotta be responsible. I'm an adult now, I'm 20. But one question kind of got to me internally that I never really talked about, but I started wondering if monogamy was something that was reasonable to ask from somebody. And like, I've always been a Christian. I started reading my Bible when I was like 18, I think, is when I actually started reading it myself, especially like front to back. It took me like a whole like 2 years, I think. um, and I think I've only actually done it once, and I'm still like reading it front to back. That's crazy. Maybe I did it twice, I don't know. Either way, in the Bible, like, nobody's monogamous, so I was like, maybe it's just not something that we can ask from people. Like, maybe that's just like not reasonable for a person. So I started like asking God about it, kind of, and like being like, what do you think? Because, you know, like sister wives and all that, and I always told myself never. Oh, never. I never want to do that. That sounds terrible. So then God kind of looked like in my brain, it's almost like he put a mirror to myself, and he was like, well, are you monogamous? Like, how do you feel about these things? And like, and I like answered in my head. I was like, I'm super monogamous. Like, I've never cheated on anybody. I never want to cheat on anybody. I don't want to share anybody. I don't want to be shared. No matter, even like this last relationship that can barely be called a relationship, like, no matter how horrible he was to me, or no matter who wanted to like comfort me and be my hero or whatever, like, no matter what, I made the decision every single time that I would never cheat on anybody. Whether or not they felt like I cheated on them was entirely up to them, because people who cheat often feel very like possessive. They don't want to go through what they put people through. So obviously I was always accused of it, and I was always belittled and yelled at and blah blah blah. I couldn't speak to people without it being a big problem. That's why I just don't really like to like emphasize like, oh, I would never. I don't care if you think I do or not. You're gonna be who you are regardless, because I'm gonna be whoever I am regardless. But I know that I am so monogamous. I wouldn't even say loyal. I want to say that no matter what, I have never cheated on anybody, and know that in my heart that it's true. And I'm really proud of that, and I'm really proud of myself for that nobody could ever push me to that point, no matter what they did. And no matter how good another option was, like, and even it's funny because I get so like, of course, whenever like an attractive person approaches me when I'm like in a talking phase or in a relationship, because at this point in my life I know that at that same time that person that I'm like connected with somehow is facing the same thing and failing while I'm not. So I cannot wait for the guy who like has the same kind of heart, where it's like, it doesn't matter what I do, they're gonna do that thing because it's what's in them. It's not conditional, because that's how I am, because I never want to ever do that. And it's not like I never want to do that to somebody. I don't want to do that to myself. I never want to think of myself as somebody who did. Point blank, period. And so that kind of answered my question when God showed me that about myself. And yeah, so yeah, it is reasonable to ask from somebody. And I've met so many married people who have an open relationship where the female is not is monogamous and the man is polyamorous, and that's just how they do. And I'm just like, I just see it, I'm like, you don't have to be. You really don't have to settle for that. I don't know why you decided that. Many couples decide that because it's like, oh, they'll help with the kids, they'll help with like the finance or something, like it'll be help, like sister wives and stuff. But I'm like, if you're tired, that's one thing, but like if you really had a minute to think clearly and unexhaustedly, like, do you really want to share your person? Like, I understand if it's really fine with you, but I feel like that's a part of you that you just like shut down in order to be okay with, given the fact that the female is not also poly, that it's only the man. And I'm saying I've met many married people like that right in the moment, and I'm just like, as soon as I start like putting the fire back in them, like, hey, wake up, it's okay. Nothing you do, nothing you look like, nothing you smell like, nothing, anything can make you unworthy of what you really want. And for me, I really want somebody who is mine. Like, my romantic partner is my romantic partner, and that's not something that I have to worry about, because I'm going to be facing many, many other big, beautiful adventures and trials and struggles and protests. I really want to help change the world, and I want him to have that kind of heart too, because I'm an adventurer, if you've ever seen Hey Arnold, I want to be like the parents together. So